Hey everyone, Reaper here again with another video. This time it's a comic book haul video. I haven't done one of these in a few months, so I think this is long overdue. So these are just some of the books that I was able to pick up over the last few months. So let's take a look at some of them. Now I have a couple copies of this, but whenever I see this one cheap, I pick it up because I think it has potential. This is Free Comic Book Day, Amazing Spider-Man 2007. This is the first appearance of Martin Lee. I believe it's the first appearance of another character. I'll put it in the title on the bottom. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but most importantly, I think it's the first appearance of Martin Lee. I do think that you might see Martin Lee in some capacity down the line. And if you could pick up a very nice copy of this. I have one with, I have actually two others, but one of them, which is a nice copy, has the comic book store stamp on here. This one, which is also a very nice copy, I got to put it in a Mylar, doesn't. So it's always cool to get the ones without the stamp. But if you got the one with the comic book store stamp on it, I don't think it's that big of a deal. All right, but I pick that up whenever I could see that cheap. I buy it all day, every day. Got some X-Men. You know, I'm trying to finish my Silver Age X-Men collection. I managed to finish my 1 through 20 collection, but now I want to get the rest of them. I think I'm about 5 or 6 away from completing my X-Men Silver Age collection. So anyway, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books I was able to pick up over the last couple of months. We'll start off with this one, a very nice copy, maybe a 6.0, 6.5 copy of X-Men 22. This is when they first encountered Count Nefaria. It's not his first appearance. I believe his first appearance was in an early Avengers, maybe Avengers 13 or something. You could correct me in the comments. But this is when the X-Men first encountered Count Nefaria, and as you know, they encountered him again in X-Men 94, 95, when the new X-Men came to the team. I've always loved this cover. I love red covers, and especially when you can get them in a decent grade. This, like I said, is probably a 6.0, maybe 6.5. I think mainly 6.0. I don't want to push my luck. But whenever you could get a copy like that, whenever you have red backgrounds or black backgrounds, they look fantastic. Here's another one. X-Men number 23. Pretty cool cover. What is that? The Scarecrow he's fighting at the bottom? The Marvel version of Scarecrow. This is probably like a 5.0 copy. And why am I telling you the grades? Well, it's because with my X-Men collection, if you watched my X-Men 1 through 20 collection, I try to get a certain grade when it comes to X-Men books. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to upgrade my X-Men number 1 3.0 because, as you know from the crazy prices videos and all that, X-Men number 1 shot up to a ridiculous amount of money, so I'm okay with my 3.0. But all the other books I either upgraded, I had to have at least 4.0 or better, and most of them are above 5.0 in the X-Men Silver Age. And that continues with this one. Love this cover, X-Men number 30. Wonderful cover. This is probably like a 6.0, 6.5. Beautiful cover. Nice dark blue and all of that. Wonderful. And I got 2 more X-Men to show you. Oh, I should have showed you this one first. It's a little out of order, and I still have the sticker, the store sticker on it. I got to take this off. But anyway, X-Men number 29. This is probably like a 4 or 5 copy, which is acceptable. And the last X-Men for this is probably a 5.0 copy. You could use a press, but it's still pretty cool. I try to get these for good prices, these X-Men, because they're out there. You can get your X-Men Silver Age books, not the big ones like X-Men number 4 and some of those that are between X-Men 1 through 20. There are a lot of the other X-Men Silver Age books that are really, you know, maybe a little underrated, maybe a little undervalued. Anyway, here's number 36, first appearance of Meccano, right? Now, I showed some of these other books in other videos, what's like books you should be looking out for right now. But I figured, you know, I got to put them in an official haul video. That's just the way I operate. So anyway, here we have Tales to Astonish number 63. Here's that sticker again. Still didn't take it off. Well, I tried to at least. This is the first full appearance of the leader. I believe I said this is a book that you can get reasonably cheap right now. Now, I don't know if the leader is going to show up in the MCU. Who knows? None of us really know. So if you decide to get it, I think you could still get that book mid-grade for not such a bad price, like under $100. That's pretty good. Here's one I was able to pick up again. I sold my original copy. This is probably like a 7 or a 7.5, but I was just happy to bring it back in the collection for under $100. Here's Incredible Hulk 271, the first appearance of Rocket Raccoon in comic books. You know, he originally showed up, I think, in Marvel Premiere 7, which was a magazine. Well, then when he showed up in the comic, it was in this particular issue. I showed this in a previous video. I said this is definitely a book you should consider getting. Marvel Premiere #1. First time him is called Warlock. Definitely a great book to get. Definitely has so much room, you know, so much room. Here's one that I bought that I've been trying to get for a while. It's a nice 6.0, 6.5 copy. Might even be a 7. It's really nice. I got other Fantastic Fours to show, but this is the first of this video. Fantastic Four 120, the first appearance of the Airwalker. Pretty cool book. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the Airwalker wasn't he one of the heralds of Galactus? I know Galactus had several heralds, you know, obviously more other than Silver Surfer. Wasn't he one into some capacity? I don't know. I might be wrong on that, but I've always wanted that particular book, and I was able to get it. I mentioned this one. I showed this in a previous video, I think. Strange Tales 178. This is the first appearance of the Magus. Now, I have another copy of this. In the other video, either I released or I'm going to release, I show my 4.0 copy. This is my 7.0 copy, maybe even a 7.5. It's really nice. I think it's another one that has some potential. You can still get really cheap. You know, when anything to do with Adam Warlock, Magus, it might be worth looking into. So now I have a bunch of Fantastic Fours to show you, and then one more book after that. This is I managed to pick this one up. This I think was this is a little undervalued. I got a nice 6.0 copy, maybe 5.5 copy. Is it 5.0? No, not 5.0. This is probably a 6.0 actually. Yeah, this is a 6.0. Got this from Greg Reese recently. Fantastic Four 66. Now this begins the origin of him, who would later become Adam Warlock. He doesn't show up in this issue, but it begins the origin. Again, I think it's, you know, pretty undervalued. You could still get a nice 6.0 or better, cheap, not that expensive. Now this one right here, this is Fantastic Four 69. What's the big deal? Why did I get this one? This is a 4.0 copy. It's a nothing issue. No big deal. It's not the first appearance of anybody or a major story arc. But I purchased it from my comic book store because of that Stan Lee autograph. I don't have a Stan Lee autograph. So, you know, I'm not looking to get a Stan Lee autograph on one of the bigger books because it's going to just be even more ridiculous to pay for. So I said, oh, wow, here's pretty much a nothing issue, a 4.0, maybe a 4.5 copy. Well, I say 4.0. And it has an authentic Stan Lee on it. So I say, hey, what the hell? Now I have Stan Lee in my collection again. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now this one, another Fantastic Four, I had to get it. I've always loved this cover, and that's why I got it, because of the cover. Again, I don't think it's anything big beyond its cover. Look at that. Fancy, was it 29? Yeah. All started on Yancey Street. What a great... Kirby was just so good at drawing that space stuff. You know, with the blinking stars and all the other things. He was just really at the top of his game. He was right at home when he was drawing stuff like that. Here's another one that I used to see all the time. Got a nice 4.5 copy. It's got a little bit of ink on the cover, as you'll see, but good enough for me. And it's one, like I said, I used to see all the time at stores, but I never really gave it much of a... I didn't really say, it's one of those things I said, I'll get one day. And now I did. That day came. Fantastic Four, was this 21? First appearance of the Hate Monger. Spoiler alert, it turns out to be Adolf Hitler. It says, fighting each other, Fantastic Four fighting each other under the sinister spell of the Hate Monger. Don't dare reveal his true identity after reading this tale. Too late. Just in case you were going to be really surprised. Two more. The last of the Fantastic Fours I want to show. I got a nice 5.5 copy. Might be a 6.0, but I think it's a 5.5 copy of an early Fantastic Four book that I've had my eye on for a long time and I was able to finally get. Fantastic Four #7. Again, Kirby with the space stuff. Even though it's very benign, it's no big deal. what's his first appearance of Kurgo? You know, whatever. But I think it's first appearance of Kurgo from Planet X. But this was such a cool book. I mean, the covers are so cool, too, with the spaceship in the background and the wanted poster. And, of course, inside, Kirby was at his best, I feel, when he was drawing Fantastic Four. Some may say he was at his best or really, really good when he was doing Captain America stuff. And that's hard to argue. But I think he was at his best when he was drawing Fantastic Four. He was right at home with Fantastic Four stuff. And the last book I'm going to show is a book that I showed in a previous video, but it's making its haul debut, I guess. Debut after it already showed up in videos. But I think this is one that has a lot of potential, and I can't sing enough praises about it. It's the Mighty Thor 165, the first appearance of him, who later becomes Adam Warlock in Marvel Premiere #1, and who has the alter ego of Magus in Strange Tales, what was 178? I think that this book, along with, it's a 6.0 copy, maybe a 6.5. I think it's a 6.0. Actually, it's a 6.0 indeed. I think that book, along with a lot of the early Adam Warlocks, like Fantastic Four 67, Marvel Premiere 1, and others, have so much potential right now. You know, everyone's always trying to figure out what the next book is going to be. What's the next book that's going to go to a crazy price? And if these crazy prices continue, because you never know when it might end, but if they continue the way they have been, and when Adam Warlock shows up, it's not a question of if he shows up, it's going to be when he shows up. People are going to wish that they bought these books now. You know, for whatever, 6.0s, they go for a few $100s. You know, they're not $50 books. You could get them under maybe $600 for nice mid-grades. If you want to go a little higher than that, you could do that. But remember, once they show up, and again, if these crazy prices continue to the time when Adam Warlock does show up, it's going to be pretty difficult to get it for what they're going for right now. Thank you for watching my latest haul video. I probably won't have another one again until, who knows, the fall. The haul videos are not as big as they used to be on this channel. But I'd hope you watch my other videos, and I hope you watch again when another haul video comes out. Stay safe, everyone. Take care.